So today's topic of discussion would be counseling, and we are waiting for everyone to join first, and we'll start the class within few minutes of time. Okay.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, please tell me.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Sir, I have a question not regarding the syllabus, but general question. I just want to ask that our exams will be like MCQ type. So how should we prepare ourselves for this?
See, like when it's come to MCQ examination, like it would be like very difficult to say that which type of question may ask. Depends on the
Exactly.
paper.
Yes, because I am writing everything, whatever you are providing in the lecture. So I'm not able to like, I should grasp the things or I should understand the things. I'm not getting the point, like how to prepare for that.
Mm-hmm. See, the same thing what I'm telling you right now, that you need to actually, like what as per the faculty, definitely whatever content we are discussing, according to that you need to manage the content. You need to actually focus on the examination, but parallelly you need to think in the direction that we have to you could say plan the studies or plan the for examination by keeping in consideration about the content of the faculty teaching only.
Okay,
That
okay,
is, I think, sufficient what I can say to you.
okay, okay.
Yes.
Fine, fine, sir.
Yes, so we should start now, I think. So next topic we have, that is about the employees counseling or related to OB only. We'll discuss this particular topic. Okay. So let me share my screen and we'll discuss this topic now. Any other query, please, to anyone? So when we discuss about the very basic concept about what is counseling, anyone in a general sense, what do you mean by counseling? It is simple language. If you can say, it's an advice. Okay. Regarding, we can say, because counseling is similar to the word advice actually, but counseling is not always advising actually. It is all about to find out someone's problem, what exactly the issue. Mm-hmm.
Yes, a problem.
Yes. And it is basically the association of a particular counselor with its client or the prospective individual, how the resolution and the problems can be, you could say, overcome with certain, you could say, guidelines, with certain, you could say, rules, with certain, you could say, processes in the future. Okay. So in a simple language, if we talk about to advise someone regarding some factor affecting the counselee's life. Okay, in a very simple language, if we talk about, it is a type of advice someone regarding some factors affecting counselees. COUNSELEES. No, it is basically counselee's life. One minute, please. Yeah. I think spelling is not getting over here. It is COUNS, or you could say affecting the individual. I think let write down affecting the individual life. Okay, very simple definition if you're talking right now. Now, when we discuss about the people always get confused about the counseling and the advising, but counseling is not advising first of all. Okay, because advising is basically somehow just you are giving your opinion, but counsel is somehow basically by getting the information about an individual, you are actually trying to resolve, trying to, you could say, inject yourself into someone's life to touch their, you could say, aspect at you could say touch their, you could say, issues, and accordingly you may proceed when it's come to the counseling efforts. Now, the important thing, and we come to counseling. Counseling is basically a long-term process. Okay, because in order to counsel a particular person, we always need to find out the emotional problem. So, first of all, it is a long-term process aimed at helping the counseled person to sort out their emotional problems and attains a better mental health. It usually happen, I think so, because when a particular person in depression, when a particular employee is in depression, when he or she is facing some personal issue, when it's come to his wife or family, each and every time you always counsel that particular people, or even we talk about when we have certain conflict in the organization, and to resolve all those conflict, person always play a very, you could say very important role. A manager always play a very important role in order to improve the efficiency of the worker in the organization. Clear, I think, everyone? अरे पूनम जी, please. Okay, sorry for interruption, students. That's the reason I always actually mute everyone. Okay, no worries. So when we discuss about the next definition about the Warren Redman, it is the process of clarifying a problem held by another person, enabling them to take appropriate responsibility for that problem, and then assisting them to come to a particular form of resolution of a difficulty. Okay, so in a simple language, if you can say that the counseling is nothing but clarifying a problem held by another person, enabling them to take appropriate responsibility for that problem, for that particular problem if you're talking right now, and assisting them. I think so it's very simple, fundamental when we come to counseling, I think so. Okay, now we'll move to the next topic, that is about the characteristics of counseling. So what are the important characteristics? Hanji. Characteristics of counseling. First of all, exchange of ideas between two persons or two individuals. It is a process, okay, and long-term process we discussed already. It is about clarifying and helping the counseled to handle him or her in the time of crisis. Okay. It is usually private and confidential. We already know about that. Okay. It helps in organization to solve problem related to personal and job, personal life and job, I think. Okay, that is basically the major characteristics of we could say counseling. Any other suggestions in these characteristics, please? I think so. It's very simple topic as well for today as well. That is about the organization counseling. Anji. Any doubt, please, to anyone? Then we'll move to the need of counseling. Shall we start? Now, need for counseling means when the counseling is actually required for a particular person. In what cases? Can anyone name out of those?
So when the person is in trouble.
Definitely.
The organization problem any.
Very good.
So regarding the motivational aspects or communication.
Okay.
So to regain confidence.
Definitely, yes. Very good. Because like if we talk about any organization, there are certain basic factors, which first factor is come basically stress. And in that cases, we need we need to give the counseling. Now this stress may be because on the job and off the job as well. Okay. So stress may be on the job or off the job. Okay. Second may be disciplinary action. Next, pre-promotional. Next, we have mid-career counseling. Then we have pre-retirement counseling, etc. I think there are so many points out there, but this is sufficient to discuss right now. Okay. Now, first we are discussing about that is counseling when it's come to stress. Okay, on the job and off the job. What about on the job? You could say stress. We talk about. Andy, on the job stress first of all includes what?
So workload of organization.
Yes, workload, comma. What else? Deadlines.
Yes, sir, deadlines.
And enforce changes. Enforce changes means they have to change their level of working, area of working. That may create some stress as well. Okay. What else?
So change in the position from the lower hierarchy to higher hierarchy.
Definitely, the job responsibility. I think it's not a stress. Basically, the workload will cover up everything because workload, deadlines, changes. Yes, yes, very good. Enforce changes, etc. I think there is so many things which we can cover up on the job stress. What about off the job stress? Hanji. Off the job stress. That is definitely with
So rewards and compensations,
yeah,
etc.
maybe actually marital problems. Okay, because usually it's a major issue with so many people. Okay, other than companies issue, I think we're discussing right now. Marital problem, children issues. Okay, any injury you have, definitely that may again cause some stress. Any illness, or you could say health issue, death of close ones. One of the major major reason we can say that in the case of the job stress. Okay, etc. Okay, now in this particular case, uh, a particular person always, actually it's a very simple topic about on the job and off the job stress. These are the reasons behind that particular you could say cases of stress in the organization. Next one, we have disciplinary action. Yes, students. Disciplinary action means like immediately what happened in your organization when a particular employee is basically working in the company, an organization initiates some, you could say, verbal discussion with that particular offender or that employee in the company. What exactly they are doing? They're not shouting on that, they're not taking any penalty on them. So any type of, you could say, discussion when a particular person commit a mistake in the organization, that is again the one of the most important part of disciplinary action, which includes the, you could say, rules and regulation, or you could say offender of rules and regulation, I think better word, offender of rules and regulation of company, and immediately you need to counsel those individuals in the organization. That is called disciplinary action. Okay, what is pre-emotional? Yes, anyone?
So regarding succession planning,
Yes, definitely. Just 1 minute, please. Just 1 minute. Yes, students. Pre-promotional basically is all about whenever a particular person is joining a new job or any, you could say, new assignment. So any stress or any counseling needed for new job, or you could say duties or responsibilities, is called basically pre-promotional counseling required. Mid-career, very simple, I think so. When a particular person has actually achieved something in their life, and in between, if they need counseling, some training, that is called mid-career. And pre-retirement means you need to convince your old employee, the experienced employee in the company, to get retired. And before retirement, what input they can give in terms of counseling, in terms of suggestion for the future benefit of the company. So need for counseling includes these 5 major points. Students clear, I think? This pre-retirement, mid-career.
Yes, sir.
Next one now, functions of counseling. Okay. So when we discuss about the functions of counseling, we talk about very first and important function, which is called advice. So what is different between advice and counseling then?
The advice is just giving any information regarding to any problem, and counseling is a systematic or we can say is like a medical treatment for any person regarding his problem.
Any example?
Like, so like in IGNOU, there is a counseling sessions goes on every time, Saturday, Sunday. So they solve all your problems regarding your assignments and any problem, your study topic.
Yes.
That is counseling that goes on.
Very good. So like if we talk about a nutshell, a basic difference between advice and the counseling, okay, any advice which is basically a part of self growth, okay, but when we talk about counseling, it is for self growth, but when we talk about advice, is basically more static and may not be followed by a particular person to whom we are giving. It's an optional part. It is an advice we are talking right now. Okay, that is the very first part. Second one is reassurance. What is reassurance? Haji, what is reassurance? Anyone? Reassurance means, like if I am counsel to a particular student regarding her career growth, regarding her career prospect, I need to reassure, I need to rethink that whether she is going on the right track, whether she is going on the right path or not. That would come under reassurance. Okay, so you could say that is about the checking again and again whether the particular client is going on the right path after the encouragement, after the counseling or not. That would come under reassurance. Clear, I think, everyone? हाँ जी, that is reassess the growth. Okay, next one is communication. What about communication now? Because when we talk about a communication in the counseling, the communication is the most important parameter or the aspect of any counseling session or any counseling, you could say, process. Because if we have a proper communication between between two persons, counsel and the counselee, in that case, definitely things would go on the right path. That is called the communication, the most important tool of the counseling process of the functions. Okay. Next, release of emotional tension. Emotional tension means definitely a particular person who is emotionally very weak right now, emotionally very tense, emotionally very angry, frustrated, we can say. You always need to turn his or her emotion into, you could say, by giving them a right advice, making them, you could say, think in the right direction. That is about release of emotional tension. Next one we have clarified thinking. Clarified thinking means the person must think positive in the right direction so that things should be clear at each and every aspect in the organization. Okay. And the last one we have reorientation. What is reorientation? Reorientation means self awareness or self growth of a particular person. How a particular person progress. Okay, what exactly they have achieved after the counseling. Okay, so this is part of reorientation. Clear everyone? I think, is this point clear? Functions of counseling. Anji, is it clear everyone? Please kindly confirm. The next point we have, that is about the who all can be counselor. Very simple topic, I think. Who all can be counselors? Yes, managers of the company, human resource development department team, you can say, volunteers. Next one we have outside agencies. Next we have in-house counselors, etc. So there would be, you could say, so many you could say categories of people. In-house include everyone, make sure. Manager include everyone. HRD include department. Volunteer means willingly or voluntarily someone is giving counseling. Any outside agency, any third party, those who are giving counseling to a particular person, that may include in this particular topic. Clear everyone?
Yes, yes, sir.
Now next point we have, that is skills and techniques required, or the major, you could say, points which, or major, you could say, functionality or guidelines which must have in a counseling technique or counseling skills. Okay, so skills and technique required for counseling. Anyone can name a few? I think skills and techniques. What major techniques or skills you must possess?
So good communication skills.
Good communication skills. Okay, very good. हाँ जी. What else? I think other than communication skills.
Explanatory skills, able to explain and
Okay. What else? Okay, let's start formally. I think so. The first and the foremost important thing about the skills, that is called objectivity. What is objectivity? Okay. Yes. What is objectivity?
so know what is the objective of counseling, how should we get out of this problem of stress or anything is going to happen, is going on.
So the important thing in this case that he must not lose the objective first of all, or he must not actually gets emotionally involved. He must not get emotionally involved. It's very, very important, because sometimes what happens when I'm counseling a particular person and I know that I want to improve his issues or her issues, if we can say, in such cases, it's very important that the person must not lose his objective, his focus, what exactly or what purpose behind sitting together when we are counseling a particular person. You should not get emotional at all. Okay, because if you get emotional, you will be diverted completely what best outcome you can give it to your client. Listening, I think, as we're discussing right now, very, very important thing, because if you will listen properly, you would be able to resolve the problem of a particular person. Empathy. What is empathy? What is empathy, students? Hanji, what is empathy?
So the ability to understand the other person problem.
Okay, definitely. It means that we always need to think from the point of view of a particular person. Hanji. So that is nothing but identify or refraining, or you could say the understanding the problem from the point of view of the particular client or the person. That is called the empathy. Next point we have acceptance. Acceptance basically is associated with whenever we are counsel a particular person, the counselor must accept the problem and he must need to think more practically when giving any solution or encouragement to your clients. Okay, so practical approach to solution. Okay, and the last part we have, sorry, under this acceptance, that is about the congruence. What is congruence? Congruence is what? Anji. Any idea about what is congruence? That is about the genuine concern of client. Means definitely you should not sideline your client's problem or client's issue. The important thing is that you need to understand all those issues very, very peculiarly, and then according to that, you need to think in the direction of practical approach, how the things, you could say a difficult part or a technical part or any issues can be resolved in the organization. So that is basically the part of your congruence. Clear, students? हाँ जी. Any doubt, please? All these points: objectivity, listening, empathy, acceptance. हाँ जी. Please kindly confirm, students. Is it clear? Students, please kindly confirm. Is this point clear? I think one more, you could say,
Yes,
yeah, one more diagram is there for this particular skills and technique. I'll show you that diagram too. 1 minute, please.
भर के पेड़ खरीदे।
Poonam ji, please kindly mute yourself. Poonam ji, please kindly mute yourself. Okay. Sorry for the interruption. Okay. Just a minute. Huh? So basically the diagram or the flow of this particular skills and technique, these skills and techniques having some, you could say, synchronization when it's come to the process of this particular counseling. Okay. So I'm just showing you that diagram. 1 minute, please. Let me share my screen again. So this is the point, I think the 5 points we have covered up, okay, regarding objectivity, empathy, acceptance, congruence. All these points is basically the process flow which we are talking right now. This process flow starts from listening, empathy, acceptance, congruence, and response. Yeah, intervening question, refraining power, identify the problem, and think it over. This process we are talking right now over here when it's come to counseling approach. Clear, I think, everyone? Hanji. Is it clear, everyone? Then we'll start the next topic now, that is called types of counseling. Shall we start, I think? Then we'll go for a break of 10 minutes, okay? Types of counseling. Okay, types of counseling basically are 3 types. First is called directive counseling. Second is called non-directive counseling. And third is called participative counseling. Okay, now what is directive counseling? Anyone? हाँ जी. Directive counseling means a complete counseling or the full direction counseling for a particular person. Full direction, it means that it includes the advice and reassurance of the particular person's problem. Okay. Non-directive counseling is basically a type of counseling in which any type of interference is not there. Make sure this is basically full interferences in this particular case. Full interference by counselor. Okay. Or we can say partial interference when we come to non-directive counseling. Okay. Partial, or we can say no, both we can consider in the non-directive or partial, because it is basically general counseling. You as a counsel, because it is type of advices we can say when it comes to counseling. Okay. Cooperative or participative. Okay. It is basically the, or we can say no interference, and last would be the partial interference. Okay. That is the far better, I think so. So partial interference between the two parties is basically called the participative way of counseling. Okay. Generally, when we talk about this counseling function, reassurance, communication, emotions, and the clarified thinking, all would have certain extent in these three types of counseling in the counseling. Any doubt to anyone, please, in these three parts, types of counseling now? Please kindly confirm. Yes, students. Any doubt to anyone, please? Yes, students. Is it clear, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Perfect. So we'll take a break of 10 minutes now, and we'll get back to 6 o'clock sharp, and we'll discuss a few more topics of this last topic of the syllabus of OB. Because on Tuesday and Thursday, we'll start case studies related to the topics which we have discussed till now. Okay. Fine. Okay. So let's go for break. We'll get back to 6 o'clock sharp. Yes, students, shall we start? I think. So now we'll discuss one case study based on counseling. Okay. As you can see right now, that is humanized robots, the counseling, the case study based on counseling. Okay. Everyone is logged in, I think so. Login back, I think. Yes. Yes, students. So let's start, I think, with this case because it's a very lengthy case study, first of all. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. So start with the first page right now. That is called humanized robots. Okay. So we'll start discussing on this. Yes, is the screen visible, I think, to everyone? Yes, yes, please start. Yes, student, please, once done the first page, let me know. We'll move to the second and third page. It's a very lengthy case study we have actually for counseling. Yes, student, done with the first page. Yes, student, done with the first page, I think. Yes, we're done with the first page.
One minute, sir.
Yes, students, please kindly confirm. Am I audible? I think.
Okay.
Yes.
Sir, 1 minute. Huh?
Yeah, sure.
Yes, sir.
Perfect. Now, second page, please. Go through it fast. Yes, we're done with this page as well. Second, the last page now. Shall we start? The last page now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, please. I think it's a very simple case study about the counseling processes. Hello? Yes, student, done, I think.
Yes, sir.
Perfect. So can you please summarize this case now? What exactly this case is all about? Yes, students. Anyone? Yes, students.
So the case is that the case is that the Helen.
Yes, Miss Poonam, continue, please.
So let her explain, sir. Who she is? Let her explain.
Sure. Yes, please.
So the case is that the Helen's father was the owner of company. Where when her father passed away, she went in depression, and she thought that she will not take any advice, any consultant for the recovery of company. Although there were competitors in the market, so finally she hired a consultant, and the consultant carefully researched all the organization where the drawback or feedback was there, and the problem was solved.
Okay.
And the problem was the problem was in the bottom line. The researchers found, so.
Okay.
So that was the case. Yes, sir.
Yes.
I think the problem is not solved.
Yes, Jeva, please.
I think the problem was not solved. She could not solve the problem yet.
Yes. So how exactly we can suggest that?
I think she has to change her strategies of how to redo things and readjust herself.
Okay, great. Because being a consultant or being a counselor, it's a very important case that how a particular counselor can think in the direction. What's the requirement of Helen in this particular case? Okay, so what advice you will actually suggest to her? Any specific points?
She has, if it would be, I would advise her to see how the company was going before. If it was going on a good level before, then she has to think of how to get back the company going to adjust to how it was before.
Okay.
Maybe she's thinking her strategies now are good because she doesn't want to take advice or things like that. But by taking advice, then it helps to make things work also.
Perfect. Very good. Yeah, thank you so much. Eva. Any other angle of thinking when it's come to being a consultant in this case now?
So what is this humanistic nonsense? I'm not able to understand.
Which part?
So the last one, the bottom line.
Suddenly, Helen knew just what to do.
The consultant was a
humanistic nonsense. Yeah. According to me, her father was doing the job with another side of human heart, feeling for his workers and being compatible with them and understanding. But she didn't want to do that. She didn't want to work also with her human side of feeling for each other. She only wanted to cater working, only getting the money, but not seeing the side of human of the others. According to me, this is humanistic nonsense.
Yes, absolutely perfect. Deva, it's your first class, I think you're attending?
No, that's my third or fourth.
Okay. Because we didn't interact actually yet. That's why.
Yeah.
So students, I think that's all about this OB subject now actually, because now tomorrow we have doubt clearing session at 5 o'clock. If you have any query, you can log in. Else we will meet directly on Tuesday now, because Monday would be holiday. Okay, because of Holi celebration. So now tomorrow doubt clearing, Monday will be off, and Tuesday and Wednesday, the last 2 days of this month, we'll discuss some doubts and case studies of this particular subjects. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yes, perfect. Thank you so much, everyone.
Yes, sir.
And happy Holi.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Happy
Thank
Holi.
you, sir.
Thank
Good
you.
evening, sir.
Happy Holi.
Thank you.